Good morning, children. Hello and welcome back to our last printing lecture. Now, children, you have seen some assignments, right? You have we have practically done very few practicals since the school was closed and online. Many of the children don't have the computers at home for practice, but don't worry, children, we'll just make up some plan where we can do some a little bit of more of practicals, or maybe next year in your 9th standard along with your Photoshop, if there are some 1-2 extra practicals to be taken of Coraldraw, we'll try managing that. Okay, children? Now, whatever work you do, children, in Coraldraw, it's very important. No, not only Coraldraw, you work in Word, you work in Excel, PowerPoint, any of the softwares. The final output is your printout, right? The hard copy which you get it on the paper. That's called as a hard copy. And what you see on the screen is your soft copy, children. So in case if you have to see how your printing looks, or you want to print books, you want to print magazines, you want to print some certificates and various kind of activity, what you do, your drawings, you want to take a print of it, then what you have to know is the printing options, children. So today we will just learn the simple printing options, because to learn Coraldraw, children, you at least require minimum of 1 year of regular classes, because your Coraldraw is quite vast. It is used by the whole world. Every corner of the world is using Coraldraw for printing. But we planned in your school so that you get an idea what exactly Coraldraw is, because out of 100% you have hardly done, children, 10%, because the school cannot give us 90 lectures or 100 periods for your computers, because we have other subjects also. So we have tried maximum to give you all a little knowledge about Coraldraw, so that you all can judge yourselves after SSC what is good for you all. So this is like a judgment for you all, where exactly whether if you want to do a course in your free time, or you want to pursue your career in animations, or a little bit of idea of basic drawings in Coraldraw, because it's a world popular software which is used for your drawings. Okay, and a lot of printing work is done through Coraldraw. Many books are printed, many magazines are printed, your newspapers, many other advertising firms, okay, use your Coraldraw for designing purpose, okay, because it's a vast software. So I hope, children, at least little basics you all have got about Coraldraw through the videos, okay. Now, children, what I'll do is I have just simply typed a simple content so that you can easily understand all about printing. Okay, now printing is again a very vast topic, but then I will just show you the simple printing which you use at home. Okay, now here I have just typed a simple matter, children. Okay, YouTube channel known as Sancom Digital. Now we have a YouTube channel Sancom Digital, where we are going to upload all your school videos on it, so that you can in future, even if your classrooms are closed, you can view your videos over there. So very shortly we are going to put up all your videos into this Sancom Digital YouTube channel, so that you can refer to your videos what you have learned in the previous years. Okay, so if you have not downloaded the videos, or if your classroom is closed down, then you have an option to come here and check your videos. Okay, now children, I have here I have 3 pages. Okay, page 1, page 2 and page 3. You see, page 1, page 2 and page 3. I have just typed simple contents over here. Now what we do is we'll just check what is the measurement of this particular drawing which I have done. Fine. Now children, what I do is I will just select this whole contents. Okay, now how will I come to know the measurement? When I select this, children, you see this over here in your property box, 6.945 and 1.339 inches. Okay, this quotation mark shows that my measurement is into inches. Fine, children. Now this measurement unit, if supposing I want this particular name to be, say, width to be 7 exactly. Okay, I type 7 here, and this is 1.339 as a height. So I want to have the height as 2. Okay, I can select this and type to 7 by 2, and I press an enter key. So what happens is my image becomes 7 by 2. Then I want to measure this part. Okay, I want to find out this is 6.004 inches and 2.806. So I want exact 6, so I can type 6 inches here, and I want exact a height of 3, so I type 3 inches. So 6 by 3 inches, so it becomes 6 by 3 inches. Okay, now what we can do is, children, I go to file and I click on print. Now before that, children, what I'll do is I'll just explain you the PDF, publish to PDF. Now why this PDF file is required? Many a times when they ask you the format, okay, sometimes now Coraldraw has a default format as CDR, right, children? CDR stands for Coraldraw.cdr, any file name .cdr. You see on top here, printing Coraldraw standard 8.cdr. CDR stands for Coraldraw file, where you can identify that the file belongs to Coraldraw program. When you say DOC, when you have doc files, then the file belongs to Word file. Okay, PPT file belongs to PowerPoint file. So similarly, the extension shows you the identification of a particular program. Okay, now before printing, I will just give you a short information about publish to PDF, because all the files, most of the time when you have to export them, there is an export option also, children, over here, but export has a different option together. Now I'll explain you export also as long as PDF also. Now when you say export, I'm saving it on the desktop. It is asking me printing in Coraldraw standard 8 JPG. Now see, initially when I cancel this, when I just simply say save as, children, what happens? You see CDR is come. It is by default saving in CDR format, Coraldraw file. Okay, CDR is the original Coraldraw file. But if you have to export this particular file, what do I do is file, you can say export, and what you want to export it to JPG file. JPG is joint picture embedded graphics. Now these JPG files are usually used when you want to transfer your file through the net. You want to convert it into a picture. So mostly JPG file occupies less space. That's why sometimes when you scan your images, when you fill the online forms, you require these JPG files. Okay, so you can save it into the JPG file also, and click on export. Now when you say export, it will ask you for some configurations. Okay, now here there are some configurations which you really don't have to change, children, unless and until you reach at a higher level. You see, right now your drawings are proper, whatever you have printed, it's coming here. Then you have to just keep the common options which are available here, excepting these 3 options. That is, you want to print a grayscale image, means post a grayscale image, export it to JPG in grayscale, you can say grayscale. Red, green, blue, the colors, you see a little difference in the colors, you see here also, just see the difference. CMYK will give you the exact image, you see, however I have drawn. Okay, because I have made the picture in CMYK. Red, green, blue will reduce one color model, which will give you a little lower shades. Okay, so my image was on 32-bit CMYK, which is an exact image what I have drawn here. Okay, now these options, children, you have to just keep them like that only, so that, because all these settings are again at the advanced level when you work in the printing press. So I will just say okay, children, over here. Okay, now you see my file name is not changed, children, but if I minimize here, and you see here Coraldraw, printing in Coraldraw, okay, standard 8 .jpg file is made. When I double click on this, it will just open into my picture folder of Windows. Okay, because the image is too big. You see, it's come in the picture folder. Okay, it's your photo editor of Windows. I hope all the children must be knowing what's the photo editor of your Windows. Okay, I'll close this image. I come back to Coraldraw and I again go to File. You export, you understood, and publish to PDF will give you a direct PDF file. Okay, you see, publish to PDF is portable document format, which is very simple to transfer from one place to another. Usually a lot of documents are posted into the PDF format. Okay, so that when you're mailing and all, your memory is less occupied. Okay, so it goes faster. So usually, just for reference purpose, you can create a PDF format, but if you want to have your other end partner working into the original file, then you'll have to send a CDR file. Okay, so PDF is portable document format. Okay, which is, you must have heard all the time teachers talking about, we are sending you for in PDF format. So this is how in Coraldraw you can make your PDF. Similarly in Word, Microsoft Word also you have learned file save as PDF format. Okay, so there are PDF formats in every program where you can, every file can be converted into a PDF format. That's your portable document format. Okay, and click on save. So now your file is already there. I think by mistake I must have clicked on the desktop and said yes before. So I want to replace, I'll say yes because it is my own file. Minimize, and where is my printing file? This is one as JPG here. You see, PDF is one here. It is showing me the capacity. It's 1.32 MBs. Okay, date is 1st Feb 1136, and this is how much? JPG file is 2.41 MBs. It's more than a PDF file. You see, my PDF file has become so much, 50% size, 1.32, the same contents. Okay, so you understood the difference. When you have less size to be sent, just for reference, then you can create a PDF and send. And JPG is, you want to work with the pictures and all, you want to have some creativity done, then you can say your JPG images. Okay, we come back to Coraldraw, children. I click on File, Print. Okay, now here, children, printer, you have to select the type of printer which is attached with your computer. Okay, if you don't have a printer here, children, you can print it into a file and then transfer that PDF file into a pen drive or through the mail and send it to somebody else for printing. Then you can save all your settings in Microsoft Print to PDF. You can do that also after your settings are done. Okay, Microsoft Print to PDF. Or if you have a printer attached, then select that printer. Now my computer, I have a LaserJet Professional attached to my computer, so I can select this where I can do my printing. But if you don't have the printer, then you can save all your settings into the PDF format and keep the preferences. Now page orientations use printer default? No, match the page orientation which I have given. What do you mean by page orientation? Vertical and horizontal arrangement, right? Landscape and portrait orientation. So you can just say match portrait or whatever default orientation is there. Now print to file. Before I have clicked here, if your printer is on, then this should be off. Then it will directly select the printer from here and it will print to the file. Okay, but right now what I want is, I don't have the printer attached, so I will say print to PDF, print to file. Where I want to print, click here, single file, pages to separate files, or plates. Now this plates is, as I said, in the printing presses, children, they use the plates for separation. Okay, There are some color plates, all 4 colors, cyan, magenta, yellow, black, or red, green, blue plates, and then the press uses the plates for their printings. Sometimes when you visit our computer center, opposite to us there is one Bebon printing press wherein they print clothes, but then you can see those plates, how they attach the plates and do the printing on the material, on the clothes. Okay, so whenever you all are free or are taking a round, you all can just visit over there, and just opposite from the gallery itself you can see how they are doing these Coraldraw printings. They usually do everything on in Coraldraw, and then they print these plates. Okay, so children, don't worry about that printing, because unless or until you work, as I said, you come into an industry, you may not require all these settings. Okay, I click on preferences. Now in preferences, layout is portrait. You want to have it landscape. See, landscape is like this, but our settings is portrait, so I'll just keep on portrait and OK. Then current page, you want documents. Current document means all the 3 pages together. Current page is 1 page. Selection, I have not selected the drawing, so I will cancel this and I'll select this drawing, and then I go to file, print. You see the selection is activated. I want only selection to be printed, so I'll click on selection. But if I want the whole document, then I say pages, pages 1. If I have 3 pages, now if I click on even and odd, then what will happen is, which are even pages? 2, 4, right? And odd pages are 1 and 3. So if I say odd pages, so only 1 and 3 will be printed. If I say even pages, only 2 will be printed. 1 and 3 will be skipped. Okay, so depending on what you want, you can have the selection done from here also. Then number of copies, children. If I say number of copies, 3 copies for 3 children, okay, or 4 copies for 4 children. Now what happens while printing these copies? Okay, the printer understands some set of rules. Now when you click on collate, okay, the collate is not activated. Why? Because I have done pages only 1. If I say current document, you see collate is activated. My page was only 1, na? Here, that's why that collate. Now see 1, 2, 3 I have mentioned. If I say even and odd, both the pages, okay, so 1, 2 and 3 all will be printed. Okay, now collate. Now what do you mean by collate? When you click on collate, if you say number of copies 4, okay, the printer will do what? It will print 1 to 4 first set, 1 to 4 again second set. The whole set will be printed. Okay, but if it is not clicked, then it will do what? 4 times it will print first page, another 4 times again it will print second page, third page. If it is not, click on collate. Okay, see they have given an example. 1, 1, 1 will be printed, 2, 2, 2 will be printed, then 3, 3, 3, 4 times. If you say 5 times, then 5 times. But if you want the whole set first to come out, then the second set, then the third set of 1 to 4th pages, then you click on collate. Okay, the same goes with your Word, Excel, PowerPoint files also, children. Okay, so here if you want that way, you can say collate. Then you can click on preferences, children. Here in preferences, you see you will have A4 size paper. Whatever paper size is there, you can have the paper size. Okay, source is auto select, type is plain paper, whatever you want to select. Okay, then fast, okay, response 600 pixels means a little lower. You want to save your ink just for reference purpose, or if you click on economic mode also, it will save your ink. It is, if you want to just refer some printing work, then it's okay. But if you have to give somebody, then you can print it in the higher quality. It's 1200 pixels. Okay. Then here you have the effects, actual size. Keep it as actual size. You want to print document on what paper? This is again the paper size, children. Whatever paper, scale to fit is always clicked because you get the exact paper. And if you want a particular size of the image, then you can click here, which you can increase to 100. You see the size here, you see how it's increasing. But it depends on your drawing how the settings are. So usually you have to click on, you remove this, click 100%, and you can say print on document, scale to fit. Okay, so the whole image is printed. Now watermark is what you have already learned in your Microsoft Word. We will not go with watermark. You have to keep it as none because you've not learned the watermarks in Coraldraw. Okay. Finishing. Again, this is again the print media printing press. So you just have to select. If you have the booklet to be printed, then both the sides. Okay. If it is just a single paper, children, or your simple document, you just have to say okay by selecting your landscape and portrait. Landscape will be like this and portrait will be like this. Okay. You don't have to rotate the object. It rotates ulta printing if you want to do. Okay. By 180 degrees. So usually it is a portrait. Then this is the online services when you want to send the printing in some other this is usually for the offices, children, so you do not use this options again. So I may not explain you this in details, otherwise you may make problems at your houses. Okay, so simple, children, I repeat again, you can have the advanced 4 copies collate, as I said, the same option which I have explained you here. Okay, if you have a black ink printer, if you don't have the colors in your printer, then you have print all text as black. Okay, paper quality, A4 size, effects, print on document, scale to fit. Okay, watermarks will be none, finishing will be as it is, only the portrait and landscape this. Okay, advance, I have explained you this, and just click on OK. Okay, now as you say OK, you want to apply all these settings, you can apply. You want to save as, you can save this settings to Coraldraw default PRS, print style file, PRS. Okay, print style file. You want to save it on the desktop, you can save this on the desktop also. But right now I will cancel. Okay, you want to see how it looks, you can print preview. Okay, now this is your printing. Over here you can make, it's already to fit we have selected, but if you want to just see how the printing looks, you can make it 100% and see. You can make it 200%. Okay, you will see the pixels how the printing will be printed. Okay, click here and to fit. Usually you have to keep it as to fit. Now there are 3 pages. Click here, second page, click here, third page. Okay, now it is showing my laser professional as blacking because I have blacking in my printer, so it's showing me in the black format. Okay, now here if you want to have the color separation, this is for the printing house, so you don't have to worry, children. Okay, now this is your option wherein it will give you how you're going to insert the paper, upwards type. Okay, it is going to print like this. Then this is for your view. Zoom, you want to see, you can zoom it up. Okay, you see, right click, you can say zoom 1:1, right click, zoom to width. Okay, or you just click here, to page will come here like this. Okay, and then this is a printer here, click on print option and it will print. Now you see PRN file, this is your print file. Why? Because I have told to save it into a file. Fine. So as I click, I said print to file, na children? I click select desktop, and this printing in Coraldraw standard 8. I am taking it in a pen drive because I don't have the printer in my school or in my at my house. Then I do all the settings of printings and take it into a prn file, .prn, print file. Okay, so I save this file into a prn file. So now it is saved at the desktop. I minimize this, children, and I see Coraldraw prn file. So you just have to carry this file in a pen drive, or you can post this file into your through your mails and tell whoever you want to print. You can ask that particular person to print this particular page and give it to you. Fine, children. I hope you have understood the printing. I know it is little confusing, children. File, we go close print preview, and file, close, exit, or you want to just close it, just close and say yes. Fine, children.